One thing I've heard from a number of people is that because of the increased energy they're getting from our products, and they've mentioned ATP, they've mentioned the Cellgevity, they're actually, we have lost weight. And once again, our product's not a weight loss product, but the more energy you have, the more energy you're going to spend.
Absolutely right.
And one thing that I've noticed, I remember I've met a number of people that have been on our products, and they talked about before getting on our product, they felt like they lived under a dark cloud. And I just had this correlation, and I don't know if you guys would agree with it or not, that when your energy level is low, even small things can overwhelm you. But I've noticed when my energy level is high, that even if things that would normally overwhelm me don't.
That's right.
Because I've got the energy to deal with it. I mean, as physicians, do you guys see that? Or you? I know.
Oh, absolutely. I've got so many things on my plate, and I know Dr. Harrington does too. But when you have adequate energy, and what I love about this is after a long day at work, I can go home and I can play with my 1- and 3-year-old grandbaby, take him to the park, and I see parents sitting there on the bench watching their kids. I'm up there climbing the slide. I'm pushing them on the swing. I'm running around the park. I'm chasing them all over the place. And because I have so much energy, and that's what I love about optimizing glutathione levels, and this is what's so good about ribosine and the Max products. By optimizing the glutathione levels, we have a well of energy that won't just last during the workday, and you won't get that, generally you won't get that lull in the mid-afternoon when everyone's tired and reaching for a soda, or reaching for, you know, a donut or a candy bar or a cup of coffee, because you've got that deep well of energy that even after, when you finish work, I go to the gym, I work out, then I go play with my grandbabies, and then at night I'll be going over studies and planning radio programs or writing out lectures and things like this. But because you just have so much more energy, you can do so much more.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, as they get older, they think, oh, I'm tired, I don't have time. You know, I just want to sit in front of the TV and just kind of veg and just use the remote control. Well, when you get on this product, you feel like a kid again.
Yeah. My experience, I was 57 when I first started. And for about 10 years before that, I had 2 sofas in my office. And every day I would look at them longingly for a nap. And I would call out to my secretary, hey, do I have 15 minutes? And she was so mean. She would always say, no, you've got to call in 5 minutes. No, this person's coming. And so literally in 10 or 15 years, I think I took 4, maybe 10 to 15-minute naps, but I wanted one every day.
Right. Yeah.
And literally within a couple weeks of being on this product, that didn't happen anymore. It was just, and it blew me away. And my jet lag when I travel internationally, it used to wipe me out for 3 or 4 days. Now I feel it the first day I land, probably around 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and the next day I am fine. Of course, I'm downing our ATPs. And,
but Steve, what I found is when I go and work out or do things I haven't done in a while, my recovery rate is so rapid. I used to be sore for days after lifting weights and doing different exercises, but now I can recover and go right back the next day and work those same muscles, and I'm not sore. So that's what I found with so many patients I put on this. So many patients in their 50s. One fellow I remember saying, hey, I love playing hockey. And he says, now I'm over 50, I can't keep up with the young guys, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm so sore the day after playing hockey, I only play a couple of days a week, that I can't do it anymore. He started on the Max products. His energy came back, his endurance came back, his resiliency came back, but his ability to recuperate after exercise improved so much. He can play hockey a few days a week now and not be sore. Wow. And that's what's the beautiful thing about this product. Not only do you have the energy, but your body is able to recuperate so much faster by having optimal levels of glutathione.
Wow.
Yeah, and in fact, I found it fascinating. I have a number of weightlifters that I deal with, and they used to inject themselves with glutathione to accelerate their recovery. They don't have to do that anymore.
Wow.
In fact, a couple of them have indicated that as they're lifting weights, since they've started on Cellgevity, that their capacity for exercise is about 20% greater. That's their opinion. I mean, that's their assessment, and they keep track of it, you know, the number of reps they can do or the amount of weight they can lift, and no injections, which is a good thing.
Yeah, we have a strength and conditioning coach. It used to be the strength and conditioning coach for the Seattle Seahawks. Now he's the strength and conditioning coach for the football team at Liberty University. And at 49, he didn't believe in supplements because he had never seen any difference with any supplement he had ever taken. And so he didn't have his football team on supplements. He didn't take supplements. Somebody told him about Max. He got on our supplement, and he didn't notice a difference. He said, this doesn't work. Well, he was 302 pounds of muscle. And so the person that said, hey, how much do you take? He said, well, I take a normal dosage. I do what the bottle says. And they said, well, why don't you try to double it? After all, you're 302 pounds.
That's good.
So he doubled it. And 4 weeks later, he had a meet. He had never broken more than one world record at a time. He bench presses. And the bench press record for 45 to 50-year-olds at that time was 702 pounds. So his first lift, he put 720 pounds on the thing, and he lifted. Well, you get 15 minutes to recover. If you do a second lift, lifters normally do less weight because they go all out on that first attempt. But he had him put over 740 pounds on the second lift.
20 pounds more.
He did that.
My
15
goodness.
minutes later, he went to 772.
Oh my goodness.
He did that. 15 minutes later, they said, Bill, you want to try again? The open record for all ages was 802 pounds. They put on 804 pounds, and he lifted it, and he said, so that's 5 world records because
my goodness. In
4
one
for
day.
his category, his age group, and then the open record. So
In
4
less than
lifts.
3 hours.
15 minutes between each lift.
That's amazing.
And he instantly ran over. He had them test him for drugs because he's always been drug-free, and that's always been very important to him. And he got the notice that, yes, he was drug-free, and he knew he was, but he wanted to have a piece of paper to prove it. But he had never had a day like that. He went from heavy lifting. Most heavy lifters, he said, lift 1 day a week, heavy. He went to lifting 4 days a week, even though his work week during football season were 80-hour weeks. And that was one of the first athlete testimonials I heard about that, but he said it's all about recovery.
It is.
You get into pro sports or you get into college sports, skill sets are pretty similar. He said the difference between winning and losing is how fast you recover. And he said this is the first thing I've ever used that I saw a change in recovery.
Well, for every athlete, I mean, be it high school, college, professional, having that ability to recover and having that, that is critical for performing well. And so, again, I tell all my athletes, patients that I see, that they definitely need to be on the Max products in order to promote faster recovery after exercise.